Hey there my dudes, I am Laddie and welcome to another video. So this video, as you can probably tell by the title, is kind of a serious one. It's just some things I've seen in life around me, and even, you know, in just certain culture and things like that. I've seen a common trend with parents of trans kids and how they interact with those kids that can really, you know, affect their lives. And I usually, when I say my thoughts on something, I just ramble, so I've written something down to say to you guys because I feel like I probably get my thoughts out best when I write it down and I don't ramble, and I can get across my message as, you know, easy as I can, and, you know, as easy to understand as I can. So I know some of you guys won't listen to this, any parent that's watching this, not all of them will listen. A lot of them are stubborn. A lot of parents are stubborn, to be fair, in their ways, as with a lot of people, I guess. So even, I know not everyone's going to listen to this if parents of trans kids watch this, but I guess it matters if there's even one person that I can help out with this, then, you know, that's still important. Sorry if I slip up with saying anything. I am reading off of a really sketchy piece of paper. A message to the parents of trans kids. From recent events that have occurred in my family and my friends' lives, I have a few words of advice for the parents of trans kids that could well prove important to their safety, whether it be from themselves or others, whether you listen or not. Your child will be at their most vulnerable. Even the ones that seem the most stable and in control may turn out to be the ones most at risk. For those who appear strongest tend to hide their suffering for fear of embarrassment. What you say and how you react matters. In those sensitive and confusing times, as they realise who they really are, and when most decide it is time to tell the people closest to them, family and friends who they have discovered they are to be themselves. Be kind, be gentle. These people are still the same people you know and loved before. They now just wish to be addressed a different way. Yes, I understand it may be confusing to you, but first remember it is biology. It is a recognised medical phenomenon called gender dysphoria, a simple change in the wiring of the neurological pathways in the brain. And second, they are just as confused as you are. Ask questions, discuss and listen to their responses with an open mind and a positive attitude. Because no trans kid wants to watch the drop of their family's faces as they no longer look at them as a person, but as a thing. Or a disappointment. But sadly this happens way too often, and every trans person knows this look from at least one person in their life, and if not, the sad probability is that they will in the future. After the initial sensitivity and confusion, when this turns into dedication, comes the frustration. The wait, while they wait in line for the treatments, in therapy, more time for hormones and transition and surgery, their patience is strained and tested. Frustration and such things can prove dire for the mental health of the child. As their patient wears thin, they have too much time to think about how it is all so far out of reach. And now is the time that the family is needed most. Comfort and reassure them that they will make it. Distract them with anything you can to get them through. Go to therapy sessions with them if they wish, because even though you may think, this is inconvenient for you, believe me, it is much more inconvenient for them. Then such a tender and painful phase, both mentally and physically, is the transition itself. Hormones driving them through even more emotions on top of the ones they already have in such a short period of time. The rate of suicide at this stage is high. maybe even higher than any time before. With some corresponding medical issues and surgeries, they need as many hands for help as possible, as they mould their body to their comfort. No, this is not unnecessary or just like plastic surgery, because it is less about looks and more about feeling, how it feels to have a body part that doesn't belong. And after the tidal waves of challenges continue to be there for them, finally and with much passion, I tell you, if your child tells you or so much as hints to you that they have attempted and failed suicide, or that they may be thinking about it, anything like this in the future, even the slightest form of self-harm, do not berate them. Do not make them feel guilty for who they are. Do not tell them, oh, you could never really do it though, could you? Or laugh, or not take them seriously, or shrug it off. You call every bloomin' doctor and therapist or anything you possibly can, because you do not want to be the one to find your child dead. You may think that all of this seems impossible, it's simply too much, but to save your child's life, one chat could simply be the answer. And to all those parents who are too weak or afraid of others' judgment or something you don't get to support a child, I call to the friends of trans kids. Your support means more than you can imagine. Your support means life, and you are their family now. Sadly, these truths resonate in so many communities, not just trans communities. Trans lives matter. We all matter. So that's what I had to say. Sometimes I just write down my thoughts, and I think that one actually needed to be said to parents of trans kids. So I know this was a serious one, and I usually try and keep my videos kind of upbeat even if I'm speaking about serious topics, but I just wanted to get that out there, and if it helps anyone at all, I am happy. If you want to show this to your parents, I don't know if it would help, but maybe they would see a different light, maybe they would see some truth in what I'm saying. I just hope it helps, even if it's just how my channel or anything is helping support you guys instead of family. If family aren't supporting you, then I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here to support you, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching, being on the channel. Thank you guys, and I love our little community that we're beginning to collect. It's about 2,500 people now in the community, and I'm glad to have you guys with me. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.